This is the first time I will be going live on YouTube. I'm just gonna try it out today. I need to just jump on. And I think that today's information is perfect for a live chat. I just want to introduce myself to everybody. I have a lot of followers on here, but I really don't know much about you guys. Thank you for watching. My plan is not to become a big YouTube star. I am an art teacher, an elementary art school teacher, and I do have a makeup artistry background. I worked for over 12 years in the makeup industry, working for brands like Christian Dior and Sephora. I was a trainer for Sephora. They'd actually fly me around different places, and I would train new hires on, store etiquette and also products. So I have a background in the fine arts, beauty realm, and I want to share that information with you. I also want to share my love of the brand Seint, S-E-I-N-T, formerly Mascara Beauty. Seint has really changed my life. I don't really want to make makeup the most important thing in my life. There's so much more important things to talk about, but it does bring me a lot of joy to be able to hop on here on the weekends. Now we're off for the summer. Those of us that are teachers, we're off for the summer, so I can get on here a lot more. But it brings me a lot of joy sharing tips on how to look your best. A lot of us don't feel too well about ourselves. And that could be for more reasons other than just beauty. It could be our job, it could be our relationships, it could be our faith or lack of faith. But there's lots of things that we deal with in this current realm that we live in that can be detrimental to our health. So I think looking good and using the right products is a good place to start, although it's not the place you want to end. So I hope to bring some joy to you today. We're going to talk about a sale. If you have used Seint makeup before, welcome back. We're just going to talk about the sale items. Seint always has a warehouse sale every year where they clear out inventory and they make room for new products. Innovation can't happen if they're overwhelmed with old SKUs and whatnot. So we're going to have a sale next Wednesday, and I want to talk to you about the products that will be on sale. I don't think very many people will take the time to get on and show you the different colors and whatnot of lip and cheek and eyeshadow. And those of you that do not know about Seint makeup, I was teaching at a school, and a lady who has no makeup experience, she offered for me to come down to her room and try this makeup that she was selling. It was kind of like Mary Kay, where you would share makeup with your family and friends and try to recruit them to be an artist or a salesperson. I really was not looking for something like that. I was using very high-end, I have people in the house that are acting silly. They know, they've been told that I am on a live today, but they don't care. So hopefully no one bursts through the door. Let me go over and tell them really quickly. Hold on just a minute. Hey guys, I'm recording. You're so loud. Okay, we can be real with one another. That was doggy love. They were given accolades to the English Springer Spaniel. But Seint was introduced to me by a teacher friend, and I was using Christian Dior. I was using the stuff from Sephora, the expensive products, and I was feeling really good about what I was using. I didn't really want to go, down and try some kind of like multi-level marketing brand. I didn't want to do that, but I was trying to be nice, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. What does it hurt to try my friend's makeup? So I tried it. She was not a makeup artist. I was not blown away by application or whatnot, but I went home and I just noticed that the makeup had a really pretty glow to it. I was like, I'm not normally someone that wants glow on my skin, but I really, really enjoyed the glow that the makeup had, and it had really nice coverage. It took a while to get used to this cream formula because it's, it's not you know, your typical cream makeup. Usually cream makeup, you know, from Sephora is going to be really, you know, buttery soft. That's what you're looking for. Something smooth, soft, something airbrushing, something that maybe dries down to a powder and looks, you know, set and it's not sticky. But this product was very stiff. You didn't want to use too much. She always showed me just go in and just go boop, and I was like, what? That's not going to work. And then she was showing me colors that were totally off. But then I found out that this is very highly pigmented makeup. It's not like anything you get from the drugstore. It's not like anything you get from Sephora. It is different. And I don't know why, other than it's highly pigmented, but it's different. And it has a glow like no other. I've tried Christian Dior. I've got, let me just show you here all the things that I've invested in. I have the Christian Dior stick. I have the Christian Dior liquids. I have the Christian Dior face and body. I have all of this. And I've tried many other, I've tried Gucci, Givenchy, I've tried Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, and nothing compares to Seint foundation on my skin. And I think it goes to say that older skin, I'm 45. I think I look pretty good. Older skin, liquid foundation looks great when you first apply it, but as it sits on your skin during the day, your skin is thirsty. It's going to absorb most of the moisture content from that liquid makeup, and you're kind of left with this kind of uneven shell makeup, thin layer of makeup that, you know, just doesn't look good. It settles into pores, it clings to fine lines. This sits on top of that. It just kind of smooths out everything, gives you a really pretty layer. I would say troubleshooting with this, get the right color. Okay, so make sure you're working with a Seint affiliate, someone that knows how to match. They do have a really great color matching tool. Also, you need to make sure that you're not applying too much. A lot of times we go in, my mom, I saw evidence of her going like this and going and scooping out. No, you do want to just pat into it and stamp. That's how it should be applied. So there's a learning curve. You have to realize that this is a totally different makeup, and then you will get a beautiful result. And then the third thing I noticed in Florida, you want to be able to control the shine because it is a glow makeup. It's going to give you some glow throughout the day. You might need to powder. We do have some blotting sheets and whatnot. Okay. I did not announce this live video, so right now we have nobody watching. I'm totally fine with that because I just want to jump in and try this out. So let's get into the sale items. Those of you that are new to Seint, this is an example of the many beautiful palettes that we sell. And everything is magnetic. Look at these gorgeous lip and cheek colors. Look at the foundation shades. I do have a lot behind me. You're going to be wondering why I have so much when I could just condense it into one palette. Well, because I am an affiliate, and over the years I've just tried to buy a little bit of everything to share with you guys. So we're going to get the tablet and we're going to go over the sale. Now, I got interrupted yesterday on my Facebook group. We didn't get to do a very in-depth look at the products, and today I have to hurry again because my daughter has a birthday party to go to. Warehouse video last chance sale. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm an affiliate. That means if you purchase using my link, you're going to be able to get rewards on every purchase, and you're going to be able to help me out as well if you like my content. So make sure you subscribe. Again, my goal is to not be famous. I just want to share this with you. I may potentially get more clientele. So it says here, get ready. A warehouse and last chance sale is coming your way. Both go live for artists and customers on Wednesday, June 11th. 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The warehouse sale will feature 2 discount tiers. We're going to have items that are 25% off and 40% off. These are on a wide variety of products, while the last chance sale will be 50% off select items. This will be the final opportunity to grab these last chance favorites before they are gone for good. And you will be surprised at what they put in this tier. There are a lot of popular products in the last chance sale. During the sale, warehouse and last chance items will be combined on a single sales page. So you're going to look for that page. Last chance items will also have their own dedicated page, making it easier to find these final markdowns. So, Wednesday, June 11th, sale items go live. Tuesday, June 17th, warehouse sale ends. So the items that are 25 and 40% off, that sale will come to a close on June 17th, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. On Thursday, July 31st, 11:59 Mountain Standard Time, the last chance sale will end. So just to give you a heads up. So we're going to go through each of the tiers. I have all the products here. And we're going to discuss, you know, what is last chance. There is one item on here that I'm not sure about, and we'll go over that. So just be, you know, aware. I'm going to go ahead and put on, before we jump in, some of my Seint cream makeup. So I like, let me see if I can do this with the glasses off. I'm going to put on the color Athens. Now, I have used our color matching tool, which is new, and it's fabulous. I just did a complete makeover yesterday on a neighbor using the color matching tool, and it was so good. It was spot on. So I want to clean the brush because her daughter and my daughter were playing with the brushes. And I think that they used my brush, so I don't really want to cross-contaminate. So we're just going to use our Seint brush cleaner. This is a wonderful, wonderful brush cleaner. It's fabulous. Okay, I don't have anything on my skin except for skincare and sunscreen. So the color matching tool matched me a little bit darker, and it looked great. But I remember loving Athens, which is a little bit lighter, and I'm just going to tap in. Okay, just tap in, and what you do is you cover the areas that are concerning to you. So for me, it's always the cheek area. I want to even out the redness. Okay. So I'm seeing today that, let me open the blinds and see if we have a little bit. I don't know if I like that. I like kind of the sheer blinds there blocking the excess light. I'm noticing that this is definitely probably lighter than what I need. How do I know that? Well, when you're using Seint, if you're not getting coverage, you're probably using too light of a color. You want to go a little bit darker than what you would normally go for. Now, I know that when we're using liquid foundation, we don't do that. We want to get the closest match possible, but that is because liquid makeup sits differently on the skin than Seint. Now I'm going to rotate the brush. This is the 3D brush, by the way. This is a really good starting brush if you're new to Seint. I'm going to use this on my nose where there's redness. So Athens doesn't really do the best job covering red. It's kind of a neutral color. But it did look really pretty on me yesterday, so I wanted to try it again. But yeah, I think normally mango and amber, sandy, those are good colors for me. But Athens looks really pretty too. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a lighter color. This is the beauty of Seint. So I use the Athens all in the T-zone basically, where I have redness and discoloration. Now I'm going to go in with my white peach. Again, stamping, and I'm just gonna, this is a lighter color. I'm gonna use this along my jawline today. And I also like to use this above my eyebrows. So we are gonna get into the sale items. I just wanted to show you how this makeup can be applied. And we'll try on some of the sale items as well, because there's a lot of eyeshadows and lip and cheek colors. So going above the brows. So there we go. You could take a beauty blender. You could take like a velour sponge. I've got one from Morphe, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Just like to press that in. Okay. So let's go over the first sale item. So on the 25% warehouse sale tier, we have 3 foundation colors. Now in the Seint world, we call our foundation colors highlights. So we have Muse, Fiji, and Nutmeg. Let me show you those right now. So these are going to be for, what happened to it? It's right here. These are going to be for our darker skin clientele, and we do have a great range of colors for everyone. It's very inclusive. Unfortunately, not a lot of women of color know about Seint, so we need to get the word out, but we have gorgeous lineup. We have many more shades than these, but these are some dark shades that are on sale, 25% off. They're probably not moving. Maybe we just don't have a lot of clients that wear these colors, but they are 25% off. So let me show you the colors on my skin tone. So I'm probably a light to medium skin tone. So first of all, we have the color. Let me see what this one is called. This one is called Nutmeg, and this is what it looks like. This is going to be good for somebody really, really tan, maybe an Indian skin tone. Okay. It's got a lot of golden undertones in it. That was Nutmeg. That's on sale, 25% off. Our tins, I believe, are $16 normally. Then we have the color Fiji. Just kind of work my finger in this to get the true color. That's the color that it is. And Fiji is definitely going to be maybe for our African American or African clientele. Okay. Although you will see the skin tone across all cultures, really. But that's a much deeper skin tone. And boy, does this makeup look good on women with color, with a lot of color in their skin. It looks beautiful. And then we have Muse. This is also 25% off. I'm just going over the top because I haven't used these in a while. I have done makeovers on women of color, but it's been a while. And this one is Muse. Okay, so you can see how one has more of a reddish undertone, one is more golden. So these 3 are on sale, 25% off. Could these be for you? If you hop on and you get on the color matching tool and it tells you Fiji, Muse, or Nutmeg, then you would want to grab those. So let me go ahead and wipe those off. Okay, so 25% off, just checking the time here. Then we have what they call diamonds. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in on this really quickly because I want to make sure that this is actually what's on sale. Let me type in Seint, and we're going to type in diamonds in the search bar. I just want to make sure that there's nothing else called diamonds that I could be confusing this with. It's actually the lip balm. It's actually the lip balm that is on sale. So that's good. Okay. So the Diamonds Are Forever lip balm. This is a very popular product. It can be worn alone. It can be worn over a lip liner. As a matter of fact, let me throw on some of our suede lip liner and I'll show you kind of how beautiful this looks. So I have to go to my little palette here. I know exactly where everything is. These are the different size palettes that we offer. And we have a lip liner. It's a cream lip liner, and I use our multitasking brush. And I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna apply some of this. Before we go in with the diamonds. I just love the way this gives my lips volume because I don't really have a lot of volume in my lips. Okay, so that's the suede lip liner, and I do believe this is going to be on sale as well. And then what I do is I go in with my Diamonds lip balm, which is pretty much used up. What it is, it's a pinky golden shimmer, very light champagne looking color. It's beautiful. And when you first get it, it has like encrusted like shimmer all over it. But it's not gritty. It's really, really a nice product. And that's Diamonds. A lot of people love that. It's very popular. So 25% off. I actually probably will get a new tube because it is on sale. Another product that's on sale is our cream corrector in V1, Violet 1, and cream corrector 05 and cream corrector 07. So our cream correctors were called Demi, and they were kind of a hard sell because, not because they didn't work good, they were amazing, revolutionary color correcting. Who would have ever thought that dark circles under the eyes was actually an excess of blue? You're thinking, or the, actually, I think we all knew that that was an excess of blue, but what I mean is like redness was actually an excess of blue and purple in the skin. So therefore you would use yellow. So Seint kind of revolutionized color correcting in that it's not just the color that you see, it's the color underneath the skin that's causing that excess color to flare up. And it covers wonderfully, and I still use the Seint Demi color correctors underneath my eyes. I have it on right now. Very natural looking, it doesn't have texture. But it took a long time. For women that were trying or attempting to get a full face from Demi, it took a long time. So it was not really, you know, a quick and easy out the door method for a lot of people. But I don't have all the colors, but I do have the 07. And this would be, 07 is an upper tier orange. So orange is going to correct anything blue. So dark shadows, circles under the eyes. This is going to really help correct or kind of, what is the word? Neutralize those excess colors in the skin. So this, of course, would not work on me. I'm too light, but for someone with a dark skin tone, this would just kind of melt into the skin and just kind of fade those really heavy dark circles. So this is a great color corrector for darker skin tones, probably the skin tones that we just featured, Fiji, Muse, and Nutmeg. That's 25% off. Then we have a couple of eyeshadows, Glass Slipper, Blondie, Junior Prom, Stardust, Gilded, Amethyst, Butterscotch, Claire, and Sis. So I do have a few of those colors here. I'll show you right now. So I have Blondie. This is 25% off. Just going to do a swatch for you here. It's a beautiful sheen. It's not powdery or gritty. It's just a really pretty sheen. That's Blondie. Not too gold either, not too yellow is what I meant to say. Then Junior Prom is a black shimmer. I think Glass Slipper is a shimmery, you know, glittery white. And then Junior Prom is a black glitter. Stardust, do I have Stardust? I do. Stardust is a more neutral golden tone. And that's really pretty, like a grayish tone. That's on sale, Stardust. Then we have Gilded. Did I find Gilded? I did. Gilded, more of a brown. Very sheer sheen on that brown, a reddish rosy brown, a rosy brown. Really pretty. I love that. And I use all of these on the lid. I don't like to use anything with shimmer on my crease. And then we have Amethyst. What did I do with Amethyst? Because it was in the palette originally. Did I put it in the, let me see, hold on just a minute. Somehow it got moved around. Let's see here. Amethyst is a purple. So let me see if I can find that one. I did move it somewhere. Let me try to find it. Amethyst, where did you go? Oh, did I put it in here? I think this is it. Yep. I must have been vigorously cleaning up yesterday and just grabbed it and threw it in the wrong palette. Kind of almost gray toned. Not quite matte, but just a sheen on that beautiful purple tone. Those are Goldie, Stardust, Gilded, and Amethyst, all 25% off. And then there's Butterscotch Claire Cis. Yeah, I do have Cis. I don't have Butterscotch and Claire. Cis is a very popular color. So these are not going out of stock. I mean, they're not going to, excuse me, they're not going to be discontinued. They're just on sale. This is like a light pink sheen. So those are really pretty together, actually. I like those a lot. And then we have our brush cleaning soap, soap refill, and the brush cleaning tile. Did I have my brush cleaning tile over here at some point? Yes, I did. Here it is. So if you're using shadows, you might want to just give it a quick clean without using the brush cleaner. This will help remove excess powder and shadow from your brush. This is the tile. This is what it looks like. It's very spongy. Okay, so those are all 25% off. I did have the soap, the brush cleaning soap, but I don't know what I've done with it. I've misplaced it somewhere. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Those eyeshadows and the foundation colors that I demonstrated. Hopefully that was helpful. So let's move on to the next tier then. So we also have a 40% off tier, which is very exciting, 40% off. Okay, so it says here 40% off Seint No. 4 Fine Mist. So I believe that we are eventually discontinuing all of our perfumes, which is very sad. I particularly like the No. 3 scent. Very beautiful, very signature Seint. But it's saying here that the Seint No. 4 Fine Mist is going to be 40% off. Let's see what that contains in it. Let me see what the notes are. Seint 4 perfume. Normally $25. It's going to be 40% off. Let me see what it says. It says here that it has an alluring blend of base notes including coffee, cocoa, and complemented by the delightful scents of almond, samba, jasmine, and tuberose crystal. So I never purchased this one. I didn't know if it would be too sweet, but it is 25% off if you like a gourmand fragrance. My favorite is Seint No. 3, which they're sold out of. They have Folklore, Seint No. 1, 2, 5, and 6, but No. 3 is not on here. So that tells me that they're not going to bring that one back. But just to let you know what's in the No. 3 fragrance, I just want to read that one to you, but it's not on sale, I don't think. Let me see here. Seint No. 3, solid perfume. Seint No. 3 is going to be a touch of white musk, dewy amber. It's just really so good. So good. Okay, let's go back to our sale. So the Seint No. 4 will be on sale, 40% off. The Folklore Fine Mist, and this is what they look like. The fragrances come in a vial. Okay, and they're really good. They smell really good. Okay, I used to be a fragrance expert at Sephora. I had to take a long test and get certified, but I will tell you the Seint fragrances are really good. Then they also have a Folklore collection. which consists of, let me see what is in the collection. Folklore. I'm so glad that we have time to go over each thing more in depth, because yesterday I really had to race. So I want to spend about 15 more minutes on these sale items, and then I'll be out of your hair. So the Folklore collection is $80 normally, so it would be 40% off. Okay, and this is what you get. You get the solid perfume. So it is a rose gold illuminator. It's a cream illuminator that you can use on your skin, on your face, behind your ears. And it has the Folklore scent, and then it has the hand cream and the mist. So it's a collection. And the Folklore scent is, let's see what it says about the aroma. Folklore is vanilla, tonka bean, and marshmallow, sweetened by fruity notes of strawberry, lemon, and lime. And I'll be honest with you, I never really noticed all those fruity notes. I have the hand cream, so definitely maybe lime, but it has like a soft, not overly citrus, not overly bright. It's just really smooth. It's kind of something, you know, that you either like or you don't like. But at 40% off, you might want to try that. I love the hand cream. I do have the hand cream. So that is on sale, 40% off. Then we have two eyeshadows, Frost and Ice. Let me see if I can find those colors. I had them yesterday. And a palette. Kind of got to go through here. Frost and Ice are somewhere in here. I hope I don't get embarrassed by the people in the background. Where did I put those colors? Did I put them in here? Oh, there they are. So Frost and Ice are kind of like what I call my 1950s colors. They are that mint kind of teal color from the 1950s that you saw a lot of. So this one is Frost and this one is Ice. And I like both of them on my eyes. I really like these colors. So Frost is a matte color. Okay. Very soft. And then Ice is going to be kind of a sheen. And it does have a touch of green to it, like a teal, but you don't really see it. Okay. Let me see. Is this going to go with what I have on today? Not so much, so I won't wear this today. Maybe I will. Let's go ahead and throw some on. I haven't really tried on an eyeshadow yet, so let me go ahead and clean my brush, and we'll put on some of the Frost. Okay. So I have on my, what are they called? Flutter Habit lashes. These are really fun. I've done the Lilac Street, which I love as well, but I really particularly love the glue system on this. It comes in a tube similar to Duo. It's black. I think they make it clear as well. And you get all these different styles to try. The only thing is I don't feel like they're as customizable. Like with the Lilac Street, you can customize the links and your lash map a little bit easier. So I'm going to put on the Frost with the smudge brush. This is an eyeshadow brush that we sell. I love our brushes because they're all double-ended. And I'm just doing a soft wash of this. And I think this actually will look good with what I'm wearing today. All right. Then we could do a little bit of the, I'm going to get a smaller brush for this. Let's do a little bit of the Ice in the inner corner. Thank you guys for stopping in. If you're watching this replay, please comment where you are watching from, what state you're watching from, where you're watching from, what country. Hopefully we'll get some people watching this later, if not now. Okay, so this is the ice. We're gonna go in with the eyeshadow brush, which is a much smaller brush. And we're gonna do some of this really pretty shimmer in the inner corner, and maybe just a hint across the lid just to give it a sparkle. It is really, really pretty. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of our cream eyeliner and do some on my lower lashes. Let's see here. That would be over here. No, it would be in this palette. This is another palette that's really pretty. Love, 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 love that one. It's gorgeous. I think that we still have it, but I have the Black Friday cream liner. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that on the bottom. I noticed with these Flutter Habit lashes, I don't need to really do liner on the top because the lashes give you such a really pretty lash line. There we go. And then I'll put on a little bit of our Lash Leather mascara, which is a tubing mascara. I love this mascara. This is a wonderful mascara if you have smudging or smearing that goes on underneath your eyes. And it really finds every lash. And then I'll just let those little flakes that got on my skin dry up. Man, I can't believe we don't have anybody on here. I wonder if my link on YouTube actually, I'm sorry, on Facebook worked. I don't know if it did. Man, if I were in high school, I would feel very unpopular. But good thing I'm old enough to know better. I know that you guys are just really busy today. You can't make it. Oops, I'm definitely making a mess. So I had not allowed it to dry, because normally if you let it dry, it's a really good trick. Let me add a little bit back of my color corrector. Let's do a little bit of the 01. I love our Saint Demi underneath the eyes. It works so good. It works better than concealer. Because on a 40-something-year-old skin, concealer just has a way of bringing out every line. Shall we do some contour while we're going over the sale items? Let's do Astoria. I have my Astoria here. This is Astoria Contour. Really pretty contour shade. You can see it's not ruddy or red. It's really pretty. All right, I'm gonna do my contouring brush. And we're gonna go in. And this adds that really pretty shadow underneath your cheekbone. See that? And this is really where Saint just does such a good job of making sure that there's a wide variety of colors for everyone. We have somebody watching, but how do I see? Is there a way to see comments? Let's see here. Comments, comments, comments. I have no idea. I have no idea how to see the comments. If you want to help me out here, let me press on this. That says highlight saved to your channel. What is, oh no, what did I do? What did I do? There we go. I pressed the camera icon. Let's see what this does. Retouch on. What is, oh, I don't want retouch. That's gonna be fake, isn't it? Looks pretty though. Hey, there's not much difference. That just shows you how good Seint is. Okay, retouch on, retouch off. Okay. Comments, how do we do that? Let's see, we wanna do a live chat. Yeah, let's do live chat. Okay, so if anybody wants to comment where you're watching from, I would love to see you guys on here. So we're just trying on the Seint Astoria, and we're going over sale items, warehouse sale. We're gonna have items 25 and 40% off from the warehouse. And then we're gonna have items that are 50% off that are going bye-bye forever. So we're going over those items. If you just hopped on, make sure, I'm gonna actually use a different brush for contouring. Let's do, what was the good brush to use? Sometimes I use the eyeshadow brush. That one's a good one. I don't know why I can't ever get my act together with brushes. Let's see, where did it go? I just had it. Well, we might just have to grab the eyeshadow brush and do some contouring. I love using a smaller brush to contour the nose. You just want to make sure you use your Seint brush cleaner to clean. So we're going to contour the nose, and I'm using Astoria. I'm going to go in with a smaller end of my eyeshadow brush. You can use the bright brush, anything that's small, and we're just going to kind of go in. And I like to go down the front of the nose and then up to the brow, just like that. And I don't blend it until the end. I leave just a tiny area through the center, like that. I also like to wrap it around where the shadows are on the side of my nose right here. And then you might want to come kind of behind here, anywhere where there's shadows. And then you can kind of go in and just kind of blend it. And there is a trick at the end, excuse me, at the end that I like to do with the lighter highlight. See how that contours the nose? Just by using a smaller brush, okay? I'm gonna clean off my brush. Then I'm gonna go into my white peach, which was my lighter highlight, and I'm just gonna take this fluffy end here and just make sure to go on each side of the contour, on this side panel of the nose. And that will help kind of contrast. And then you wanna go down the center once again. And that gives you a really pretty, I guess they call it a snatch nose. So you can also do contour on the forehead. I like to use a larger brush for those areas. I think Astoria is pretty. It's almost got a bronzer look to it. If you look at that, it's really pretty, isn't it? And this just does the trick really quickly. So we just took a break just to do a little bit of makeup in between sale items. Now for the jawline, I like to go back to my detail brush and use this on the jaw, but I don't blend with this brush. I just apply it. If you have a really long chin, you can kind of do a little bit of that on the chin. And then I go in with my blush bronzer brush and just kind of fade that in. We can go ahead and add some bronzer. I think I have my Cedar bronzer. Actually, Cedar is a contour, that's not a bronzer. I think I might have given my bronzer to my friend yesterday. So let me see if I can find my bronzer colors. Let's see what we have here. Sorry. Gotta find my Bella. Not in there. not in there. I have all of these palettes. Let's see, is this her? High Tide is a bronzer. We could totally use High Tide today. This is a very reddish bronzer, but we're gonna do it with the blush bronzer brush. Just do it very lightly. It's pretty. And you just use the large end of the brush, and you can kind of go all over your face. It gives it a glow. And just kind of go down the neck. You don't want to apply too much bronzer on your neck because these lines here, the bronzer will get into those lines. So you just want to do a really sheer application of bronzer. Okay, there we go. That was High Tide bronzer. Let's get back to the sale. Let's continue talking about what items we have on sale. So we're talking about the 40% off tier. We had tried on the Frost and the Ice eyeshadow. Those are really pretty. Okay. We also have, let's see here. How are we doing on time? 12:01. Oops, we're gonna have to leave soon. We also have the Ethereal Gradient Palette. Let me show you what that looks like on the Seint site. It's a square palette. There we go. Has like a shifting color. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And that's going to hold, I believe, 2 full-size 10s or 4 eyeshadows. That's the Ethereal palette. Okay, and it's got like a really pretty metallic pinky purple silver look to it. So that is 40% off. Then we also have, let me put on my glasses. In case you're wondering, these are the pair I wear. This is the clear Wanda glasses, and then these are the toppers that go on top, and they release toppers every week. It's really exciting to be a part of that community and see all the beautiful toppers. As you know, I'm an art teacher, so I love, you know, creating a new look every day. So the Ethereal Gradient Palette is 40% off. We have the Cream Corrector Mood Palette and the Cream Corrector Onyx Palette, and those range from 6 to 49 10s in each palette. So the Mood palette I gave to my friend to use for a wedding. So let me pull that up. Let me show you what the design is on this. This is the Mood. It's kind of like a, and it's going to do that every time I show you that. It's kind of like a graffiti collage look to it. Anything in that design will be on sale. So you have some options on how many 10s you want in your palette. And then we also have the black palettes, the Onyx, the Cream Corrector Onyx palettes. Now this one absolutely shows smudging and stuff, but if you like black, that is going to be on sale 40% off in all sizes. Going back to the sale, we also have the Folklore Hand Cream. We had talked about the notes in this. It has lime, it has like fruity notes, I believe strawberry, mint, and marshmallow, vanilla. It's really nice. I've used the whole thing. I love our hand cream. That's 40% off. And then the Good to Glow rounds are these microfiber rounds. You can use them to clean your brushes. You can use them to buff and exfoliate lightly when you're cleaning. Those are going to be 40% off. And then the Mercury Compact Mirror and Hair Clip. So this is the Mercury Compact Mirror. It's gorgeous. If you're a big fan of Seint and want everything Seint in your purse, this is really nice. You just kind of push through and you have a really nice mirror. Okay, and it does have slight magnification. It's not distorting your complexion at all, but it does have a slight magnification. The only thing is that it doesn't fully cover the mirror, so it can get smudges on it, but it's gorgeous. I just love the golden mirror look of this. I hope that they come out with a palette that has this design. It is absolutely gorgeous, and that is going to be 40% off. And then the hair clip, I need to see what they're talking about. Let me see on the website, what is the hair clip that they're talking about? Hair clip. Okay, so I was wrong. In my live video on Facebook, I told them it was the hair pin, but this is the hair clip. And what is really cool about these is they actually have 2 tiers of claws. Like, can you see that? That's not a shadow. It has 2 tiers of claws, even for the finest of hair. So it's going to really catch your hair. So these are not shadows. It does have 2 tiers, and they are regularly $12. Let me see how many you get. You get 2 or 1. Each clip features 3 layers of teeth to ensure a secure hold while remaining gentle on your scalp. The triple layer design offers enhanced grip. So I'm not sure if you get 1 or 2. It shows 2, but I could be wrong. But those are 40% off, okay? So let's go ahead and head to our last chance sale items. So we have lip and cheek colors, 50% off. I'm just gonna go through those really quickly and show you our lip and cheek colors that are 50% off. This is my huge professional palette that I did some alcohol inking on. I just experimented. This was originally a black onyx palette, and I have all the lip and cheek colors pretty much that Seint has ever sold in here. Okay, you can see we have a lot of pink, a lot of red. We need a lot more variety, in my opinion. And like I was saying, with this sale, this is going to clear out the warehouse and allow room for more product innovation. We're going to, you know, see what our clients want. We've sent out surveys to our clients asking them what kind of products they'd like to see. But basically, these are all the colors that are discontinued. So I'm going to go over these, and I'll do a quick swatch. So Pinky Promise. Pinky Promise, 50% off. Let's just kind of do these right here. 50% off. Next, we have Over the Rainbow. We have Pink Lemonade. I like that one. That one's almost airbrushing on the skin. I might show you that one in just a minute. Let's just do it right now. Let's just put it on right now. We'll take our shape brush and we're gonna put on the Pink Lemonade, which is a beautiful matte airbrushing color. You can see how it does show up really pretty. And it gives you like an airbrushed look to your skin. And then we'll try another color on the lip. Okay, so let's keep going. So then we have Marrakesh, really fun, like neon color here. This is Marrakesh. Almost has some violet hues to it. Then we have Strawberry Shortcake. This is very sheer, isn't it? So I'm going to skip below the contour color. Okay, Strawberry Shortcake. Then we have Tangerine Dream. Tangerine Dream. Then we have Tiger Lily. That one's pretty. That's a matte color. That one is really pretty. Loving that Tiger Lily. And then we have Carousel. Is very sheer. See that? You're not going to get a lot of color payoff with that. It's like next to nothing. Let me see if I can get a little bit more color. Maybe on someone with very pale skin, that would be a beautiful sheen. Can you see it? It's there. That's called Carousel. This one was kind of a hard sell. If you like pineapple, I could see you maybe having just something with that pineapple scent in your bag, but it's like a yellow gloss. You can actually see it, yellow. Okay. Then we have Candy is a really pretty color, glossy. Let's kind of put this maybe right here. Candy, glossy, baby pink. Might have to go to the other arm. This one is called Disco Inferno. Very glossy, very reddish orange. Disco Inferno. Then we have Grape. Smells like grape. Sheer lip balmy color. It's really actually very flattering. I'm going to put this on right now, actually. The Grape. See that? I've got stuff in my hair. It's really pretty. I like the Grape a lot. And then we got some really pale tones. Now, sometimes I'll use these as color correctors under my eyes just to brighten. They really are quite dramatic too. This one, Milky Pink. This one is called Tiny Dancer. That is actually a really pretty color for those of you that like that milky pink, kind of Kim Kardashian nude. This one is called Cotton Candy. So this one I like to use under the eyes sometimes, or in the inner corners. It's great for like airbrushing the high points of the face. This one is Spellbound. I know this one was very popular. Oops, let me put my head there. Somebody's coming in.
Oh, it's about time.
Ooh, I'm live here. I'm almost done. This one is called Spellbound. It's kind of a glossy brown color. That one's really pretty. Let's put some of the Spellbound over the Grape. That one's gorgeous. And then we have Petal. We have another person on. Thank you for joining us. If y'all can leave some comments about where you're watching from, I'd love to know more about you guys. This one is Petal. That one is actually very pretty. Let's do a little bit on the center of the lip. And let's put on some of our lip oil from Seint. These are really nice. And they actually smell. This one is cocoa and actually smells like cocoa. Okay, so that is most of the lip and cheek colors. I don't think that I had every single color. There was one, I think it was Sangria or Cabaret or something like that I did not have. So those are all 50% off. I'm gonna wipe these away. Hopefully that was helpful to those of you wanting to know whether it's worth it to purchase some of these from the sale. These are going bye-bye forever. So you might have recognized some of the more popular shades in there that are going bye-bye. Now our eyeshadows, I do have some of the eyeshadows. I'm going to share these with you very quickly because I do have to go. So these are all the ones that are staying. And you notice a lot of neutral, like foresty colors. These are all the ones that are staying. And we also have these that are going bye-bye. These are actually going to be leaving the line, and you can see why. They're very, very bright, very colorful, and they can be hard to sell, but they're gorgeous. So if you like color, these are all going to be staying. So we have some glitter shadows here, right up here. We have some glitter shadows. They're very chunky glitter, so I'm just going to show you real quickly. This one is La La Land. Look at that. Now I usually use like a primer or something to grab on. I like the Saint Balm is really good for grabbing onto these glitters. Graceland. These are special occasion. You could even make them into liners. They really match with my glasses, don't they? Then we have Dolly Wood. These are 50% off. They're gorgeous. Then we have Shenandoah. Okay, Shenandoah. Like a silvery color. And then we have Gold Digger. This is gorgeous. Look at that color, 50% off. That's so pretty. Then we have Leo. I love this color. It's a matte color. Put this right here. I'm so sorry. I'm on a live video. I don't know if you realize that you're on a live video.
We have a birthday party.
Okay, we have a birthday party to go to, guys. But I'm going to continue because we have time.
I gotta get rid
I don't think I've ever seen this on a live video. It's like a soap opera here, guys. So this is, let's see, did I do the Leo? Let's try this again. Is this Leo? This is Leo. Wow, that's really pretty for the crease. Then we have Emerald City. Ooh, that one's gorgeous. Kind of a mermaid green. Wow, that was exciting, wasn't it, everybody? The reality is that when you're doing makeup videos, the men do not understand. At least mine does not. Okay, and then here we have, this one is very smoky. This one is called Everest. This one's 50% off. It's very hard to find time without people entering and exiting the room. Hopefully I have more time during the summer when he's not here. Okay, then we have Ginger. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Ginger. We have As If. Beautiful purple color. We have Bayou. Okay. Oh, that one's gorgeous. Loving that one. This one is called Daba D. Then we have Denim. Rain. These are all the blue colors. I could have worn these today. That one's pretty. Mahisha is a popular color. I'm very surprised that this one is going. It's like a mauve color. Really pretty. Then we have Eve. That one's like a shimmery version of Mahisha. And then we have Snowbird. Okay. And I think that's a good place to stop. I'm going to stop here today. I will continue this video because we do have to leave. I thank you guys for hopping on. There are about 15 to 20 more eyeshadows that I have here that I want to go over with you, and there's some other items that are going to be in the 50% off tier. I apologize for that strange man walking in and disrupting our video today, but it does happen. And I know you guys are very forgiving. And that's what happens when you have a live video. That's the reality of the situation. But hey, give me kudos. I'm really brave for doing this. This is the first time I've done a YouTube live. I've done Facebook lives with my group of friends and family. So if you will leave a comment, I'd love to know more about you, where you're watching from, what Seint products you may have used in the past, or what Seint products you'd be interested in purchasing from the sale. And I'd like you to check out my other videos too, because there's lots of information regarding looking your best in your 40s or any age, really. Again, my name is Julie. I will catch up with you later. We have until Wednesday to, show you the rest of the shades. So I plan on getting on here again soon, and I'll let you know. But everybody have a wonderful Saturday. We'll see you again really soon. Thank you for watching.